Welcome, welcome. It's the Jill on Money Show, Saturday, September 23rd. And this weekend, we are giving you a little bonus stuff, little things that you can find behind the paywall that we want to tantalize you with. This weekend, we are talking to cybersecurity expert Adam Levin. And he's been on the program before, but this was such a good interview because we have so much going on in the economy that involves our electronic and digital selves. And we wanted to bring Adam back on the program to help us understand what are the precautions we need to take to better protect ourselves. Now, Adam has had a storied career in the industry. His current iteration is a really cool one. He's got a podcast called What the Hack. And I've been on that show, and I think that they do a great job, the crew there. And it's available wherever you get your podcast. We can have a link to that. Right now, I want to make sure that you understand that if you want the full interview, you have to subscribe to our Jill on Money live service. That's where you have access to quarterly live webinars. We just had a great one recently with Nate Burleson. Want to catch up on what a professional football player thinks about when youngsters get piles of money very quickly. You got to check that out. He was also helpful in holding my hand about the New York Jets. I presume that I'm actually right to be as pessimistic as I am, and he is more optimistic, but we'll see. Anyway, if you would like to subscribe to Jill on Money Live, you can do so on our website, jillonmoney.com. Again, jillonmoney.com. Right now, let's get to our interview with Adam Levin.
The reality is breaches have become the third certainty in life behind death and taxes. You and I have talked about that at length. And the problem is that, we all have day jobs. We work, we raise a family, we get an education, we're involved in philanthropic activities. Whatever we're doing, we're busy, we're distracted doing life.
Yeah.
We have to remember that the folks we're up against, we are their day job. And whether they're state-sponsored or for-profit or cause-related or just some guy or woman who wants to do it because he or she can, that's what we're up against. And they come at us online. They come at us telephonically. They'll send us texts. They even, in some cases, send snail mail. They did one recently. It was a Geek Squad scam, where someone thought that they had overpaid because they were told that they were overpaid, told to call a number. They did. And these folks crawled into their computer and did all kinds of horrible things and got a lot of information about them. So it's everywhere. And we have to face facts that government hasn't done enough. Business hasn't done enough. And even as consumers, and we hate to admit it, we haven't done enough. Because again, nobody is forcing you to click that link, to open that attachment, to use a dumb password, to download apps from any place other than real app stores, or, for instance, to answer security questions with answers that anyone can find by simply looking on your social media account.
Right.
So these are the kinds of things that we have to really think about. To me, the big things are, one, freeze your credit.
I love that as number one best ever tip that you've given me. Freeze your credit. Like, unless you need a loan, lock it down. Who cares, right?
Absolutely. And, we had a fellow on the show, a Canadian, very funny guy. And of course, in Canada, you can't get a credit freeze, but for one province. And he was talking about the fact that, he thinks, and I agree with him, that credit freezes should be the default.
Yes.
We should just all start with a credit freeze, and then we can, when we need it, opt out of the freeze or thaw the freeze. And then the minute we're done with whatever it is we're getting, whether it's a mortgage or a loan or whatever we need, that information to be available for someone to research, freeze it again.
And there's no downside except for a slight inconvenience, right?
That's it. It's a slight inconvenience. And the fact is, because you freeze your credit with each of the three, or now each of the four bureaus independently, when you are getting a loan of some kind other than a mortgage where they pull a triple report, you can just contact the specific credit reporting agency and say, I want to thaw my credit file just with you while I'm getting this loan. But the minute it's done, you freeze your credit.
All right, we'll have more with Adam Levin tomorrow. If you've got a financial question or any big change going on in your life, just be sure to go to our website, JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. We'll get your note. Don't forget to let us know if you would like to join us on the air live. And please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. It really does help. Lift someone up, change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.